Michael, good afternoon. Tell me, Deutsche Bank have presences in many countries all over Europe and beyond in Asia, and security of assets, risk management is critical to your clients. How do you, Deutsche Bank, look at this matter?
Okay, well, we've been approached by quite a number of clients over the last 12 to 18 months, basically since the financial crisis started. And the big event was the Madoff affair, where people started to ask precisely where are my assets at any given point in time. So we've done a lot of explanations also to the underlying clients. I mean, we typically have a lot of global custodian clients. We've also gone to their underlying clients, explaining exactly the process of where the assets are being held. Which has also then led to a number of scenarios where we looked into a contingency provider type of scenario, where initially a lot of people wanted to have that, but the question then was also, okay, to what extent can I actually honestly offer a contingency type of environment without having all the resources just basically on standby? So to what extent is the client actually willing to go into a service level agreement whereby you fix exactly what would trigger a contingency and what that would mean as far as being on standby and doing the move of assets. So Deutsche has been benefited quite a bit from the strength of its balance sheet, that it's been a preferred provider in a number of markets around the world. We are having more and more discussions also around the whole subsidiary issue, because we are not always a full branch. In some markets, even by regulation, you have to be a subsidiary. So there's a lot of contractual discussions going on how you can actually back that type of security.
So I mean, I know that is quite a big issue. Do you issue guarantees for clients? For cash and security?
It's always a very individual type of decision on what you do in that particular part and to what extent you guarantee it. It is also, we have a parental backing expressed in our annual report as well. So generally speaking, it is pretty well understood that Deutsche Bank will stand behind its subsidiaries. But some clients would want to go a step further and have a very explicit guarantee.
And tell me, when you discuss risk matters with your clients, does the issue of legal versus beneficiary ownership come up very regularly, or is that an issue of the past?
Account structure comes out a lot. I mean, as you know, we also have a prime services area. And in many aspects, a prime services provider is also a custodian. And we had a lot of questions there as far as how the accounts are structured and whose name are the accounts. And does it make a difference whether the assets are being held on the investment or the broker-dealer side or on the commercial banking side? And we found some very surprising results of these studies.
And tell me, looking forward, obviously in a lot of the markets you've got a lot of small local providers. They can't give the sort of risk covenant necessarily that you're talking about. What do you see of their future?
Well, I think we had that earlier today in our sessions as well. The single market provider in certain environments will be very, very challenged, certainly in Western Europe.
And in the emerging markets?
Emerging markets, it depends a little bit market by market. I mean, it depends on how strong the market is. I mean, in Singapore, for example, or in Hong Kong, you can have a local bank being quite strong. In emerging markets, it will be a little bit more challenging to have a local bank, a single provider. So there you see pretty much the big names, the big four names or so, that globally provide these services.